quite all together yet, but I'm trying to get it together. I have been working so hard. Sorry about that. Didn't have my microphone quite right. Been working so hard to get my streaming set back up again, and I think I've finally done it. I think I'm here. I think I'm here. I hope I'm here. Good morning to you. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I see Facebook's going. I see Twitch is going. I see YouTube's going. So I'm good. I'm good right now. At least I think it's Twitch. It might be Periscope. I can't quite see from that far. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to my world. Had to move some stuff around. I'm always streaming on Facebook. I'm live every day on Facebook at at Spirit Talks 2. Or you can find me at Little Sister of the Earth. And this is your morning cuppa. Your favorite cuppa. Come on, jump in. Tell me hi. Tell me good morning. I'm excited to be here today. Got some great shows lined up for you. Today at 1 o'clock is the premiere of the Esoteric Cauldron Cafe. So I hope you guys like, subscribe, friend, follow the Esoteric Cauldron Cafe. Great brand new talk show. Luna, Mother Owl, and myself, Little Sister of the Earth, will be here to escort you through all sorts of esoteric things, strange dreams, curious questions, and interesting topics, plus guests as well. Interviews on, wandering around Kansas City and points on all compass. See what's going on in the world. Bring you live shows. Good morning, Belinda. Good morning, love. I really hope you're feeling better. It's time. I was complaining to Mother yesterday, Mother being the earth, because I was stomping around here and cussing and fussing not a lot, a little bit. Yay! Thank you, David. Thank you for that. Good morning to you, love. Fussing and cussing, stomping around here yesterday, and I noticed my chest is still so crackly. I even said that yesterday morning on the show, I think. But my chest is very, very crackly yet. And so I'm going to detox again, do a 3-day detox, and try to cleanse my body out and get rid of the yeast, get rid of the soda, get rid of the sugars, because I started drinking a lot of soda. And, even if it's Sprite, I got a craving for something different to drink besides tea. And so I grabbed a Sprite and threw it in with some lemonade. Tasted great, but same thing. It's carbonation. It's so much sugar. So I got to get the sugar out of my body again. Yep. But, Belinda, I noticed that when I eat a lot of bread, if I eat sandwiches, if I eat toast, anything with yeast in it, that the cracklies don't go away. They tend to stick around. But the minute I get all of that out of my body and the sugars, because I guess yeast feeds on sugar, huh? Think about that. Anyway, if I get that out of my body, the congestion will really, really dramatically reduce. So, still doing pretty good on the no meat, and if I do eat meat, it's just very little, because I'm a carnivore. I never said I was a vegetarian ever. Good morning, Karen Payne. Good morning to you, love. Yeah, I am a carnivore, and it's really hard, except for beef. Throw the beef away. I can't even stand the smell of it, raw or cooked anymore. Can't stand the smell at all. And which leaves me pork, chicken, and fish, poultry. Oh, Belinda said that I'll never get better. You could do it for 3 days. Just cut it all out. Cut out that sugar and cut out that yeast and see if it doesn't make a difference. I was really amazed. And then, that part of me that doesn't know the right words but understands how things work, I don't know, just the yeast and the sugars tend to go together whenever it comes to a lot of excess congestion. So, anyway, out of that nonsense. I don't know why we're talking about that. Nobody wants to talk about phlegm at 8 o'clock in the morning. Got a great show lined up for you today as far as the Esoteric Cauldron. Super looking forward to that. I'm so excited. It's going to be a really, really good time. So I hope you can all join us for that. And Belinda, you will get better. I promise. We're going to pull from the cards today from... Are we pulling from the Dragon Fae deck English? He says good morning. Good morning. It's always rude. I feel like it's rude if I don't say good morning first. If I just pick up my pendulum and start asking questions, I think, damn, that's rude. You don't just walk up to somebody, go up to your significant other and grab a hold of him and say, hey, I got a question, without first saying, hey, good morning. Anyway, English. Are we reading from the Dragon Fae today? He's thinking of me. Let me check and see. Isn't that something he says no? Is it Postcards from Spirit today? All right, postcards it is. Love the postcards. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry. I thought my camera was unplugged, and that means that my power will go dead, and it was nothing. So, Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reid is what we will be pulling from today. And you can get yours on Amazon. You can go to Colette Baron Reid's website or her Facebook page, or get them on Amazon. Get them at your favorite tarot card or oracle card dealer, for that matter. Excellent deck. Highly recommended. I'm going to pull a card this morning. I did not ground this morning. I've been up and going and just doing. Oh, Karen, listen, I need a good message every day, and everything is possible. Everything's possible. No fear. But I didn't ground at all. I got up, I took a shower, felt good about that because I didn't freeze to death. Took the dogs out for a walk, came back, jumped on the computer, and just kind of got computer overload real early this morning. Do you ever do that? Even though you work on computers every day, computers are in every facet of our life, if not the handheld version that we talk into. Also, the big screen version on your desk. Pardon me. So sorry. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Yes, I spit. Man, I spit. Awful. Excuse me. I kicked my camera around too. Sorry about the spitting. Thought about putting the trash can over here, and I probably should have done it. But, like I said, I don't expect to cough like that because I haven't been. And now, just every now and then, a cough will come out of nowhere. So, God, that's so gross. I'm so sorry about that. Karen Payne said, I really, really need a good message today, and so do we all. So let's find the perfect one. The perfect one. I have to put it where I can read it now. Oh, and Karen, are you ready? Pump up the music, bang the drums, get up, and start that hustle towards your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is time to make that first move. Say yes to life, pick up the phone, make that decision, and take that one step towards the gods, or us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we really know that it's spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we're saying go for it. Take positive action toward your dreams, even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda. It will all be orchestrated by spirit in divine, appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? We love you so, so much. Oh, I love that. That's a good way to start the day, isn't it? Get a nice little pick-me-up from spirit like that. Oh, Karen. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Donna McGee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to have you with us. I always love it when you pop in. I saw that you left me a message, or you put a little message on yesterday's show. I didn't see you if you popped on when I was live, and so I apologize for that. It's always good to have you with us. Got the Oracle. I've got all of my skulls sitting here beside me. I kind of had to move stuff around because I decided to multi-stream. This is the Guardian, and she is very intelligent. She is a very amazing crystal. So I like her sitting around by me. Gosh darn it. I don't know why the Guardian got my attention so quickly like that. Donna, I hope everything gets better in your life. You're not affected by the fires, I pray. Really hoping for the best for everyone out on the West Coast and everyone who's affected by natural disaster. Just sending everybody out some real positive energy and love, and know that it's just a little bit at a time, one step at a time. Just keep moving forward, And if you have to stand for a minute and take a breath, then stand and take that breath, but don't let your feet stay where they are. You're just there for a second, you're just breathing, and then you're stepping on, and you're going towards the good stuff, and you're leaving all the crap behind, right? Oh, Karen, thank you for that. Thank you. What have we got going on around this world right now? I love YouTube, and I love to watch the channels that have scientific proof to back up what they're saying. And so Blue Kool-Aid, oh yeah, is this YouTuber's name, and he's really starting to step up. He kind of went into the world of the weird for a little while, and then he started kind of looking up and noticing what's going on the earth and in our solar system and in our atmosphere. And so he's got some pretty good videos out. I was watching him this morning, and he was talking about, I've seen where the radiation levels in California and in other places out west, I think California, Nevada, Oregon, Colorado even, Utah, Montana, maybe Montana, I don't know. But that whole area has got different parts of it where there are enormous radiation spikes. I mean, radiation level warnings. If you see a RADCON 1, for instance, that's radiation condition level 1, and that's good. That's baseline. That's every day. RADCON level 2 is conditions are increased, just to be aware of it. By the time you get to 3, you start getting into the yellow warning. When you get into the 4s and the 5s, it has, you got dramatic effect on you. Well, I didn't even know, had no idea that they had a scale for radiation conditions, but why not? It makes sense that they would. But California has been experiencing RADCON levels in certain areas, and like I said, it's very diverse, 3s and 2s, which is abnormal. And so, or excuse me, I should say out west. I shouldn't just pinpoint California. So, watching Blue Kool-Aid today, and they're talking about the Earth is getting hit by some tremendous wind speeds, but they are not solar wind speeds. They're coming from the opposite side, and they just are bombarding us with not only incredible radiation, or excuse me, incredible wind speeds, but also radiation. And we're starting to feel the effects of that because our magnetosphere is so compromised. It's beginning to let in the bad energy. So just being aware of that, that our atmosphere is, because I keep talking about that. I've talked about solar storms in the atmosphere and our magnetosphere and the effects that the whole universe has on our little planet. And so just being aware that radiation levels are up and increasing because of where we are in space right now, and because we're being affected by things other than our sun. So, anyway, good channel to watch. Morning, Colette. Good channel to watch. I keep freezing, huh? Sorry about that. Morning, Julie Cole. Let's see what Donna says. Donna says, still driving the Munchkins to school. Fire's been a good distance from us, just dealing with suns. Oh, yeah, sun sins. I'm so sorry. Gonna fight it good. I'm glad you're good. I miss you too. I'm glad you're here, though. I really am. Yeah, we are currently. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, sister. We are currently taking care of our grandson during the day since my son and his family moved out to Thorny Acres. You know, it's hard to find a good babysitter in Cleveland, but also, you know, it's expensive to move. It's expensive to move, and there's always a little bit of a recovery period. So I am enjoying the time that I'm able to spend with my grandson, which hasn't really been very much, to be honest with you. My husband's been over there all day long for the past 3 days, taking on 99.999% of the responsibility of keeping an eye on my grandson. But they have so much fun together. They have so much fun together. He's really a great joy. He's just a little over 2 years old, and his vocabulary is getting so strong and diverse. You know, when we left yesterday, I was all, bye, Alexander, bye. And he looked at Dave and I, and he goes, bye, you too. And I was like, oh my God. This little guy that's just beginning to put together sentences just said, goodbye, you two. I thought that was amazing. Uh-oh. I minimized everything. That's never good. But I thought that was an amazing thing. I really did. So cool. There it is. Sorry about that. Everybody's got amazing grandchildren. I recognize that. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I hit a button, and you know what happens when I hit buttons. Colette said it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon at work, but listen in with some earphones. The company has been doing my head and can't log on. Oh, well, I don't know what that last part meant at all. But that's okay, Colette. I'm just glad you're here with us. Don't get in trouble for the earbuds, though. My sister went to get her hearing checked on Monday, and I had to go with her because she had to have somebody who could clearly relay information if her hearing wasn't that bad, or if her hearing was significantly bad, you know, and they don't know. So they wanted to have somebody with her who could kind of, you know, if she looked over and said, I didn't get that, I could say, hey, you know, snap out of it. Listen. Anyway, she does have significant hearing loss in her right ear, but she spent 24 years on the phone at the IRS. You know, she works at the IRS, and she's always had this headset in her right ear, so it really affected her hearing. And tinnitus. She has tinnitus. She said the ringing sometimes is so bad that it blocks out everything else, and then it'll tone down, but it never goes away. Oh, okay, cool. I got you, Colette. It affected her hearing so bad, though, that she has to have a tinnitus dimmer on her hearing aid. And it's a really cool little hearing aid. I mean, it's just like a little wire that sticks in your ear. You can't see it at all. But it is a Bluetooth compatible hearing aid. So she can hear music. She can listen to music in her headphones. It's funny. I don't know if there's a speaker on it. I don't know if she can use it as a phone. But anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting that she could get it with Bluetooth. Donna said, right now my daughter lives 2 blocks from us, but next month she'll be living right across the way. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, those grandbabies will be coming over all the time. But it is nice. It is really, really nice. My son just lives, well, he's out on Thorny Acres. I'm 2 miles from him. And it feels so good to have family. You know, my kids, we've always lived close by each other, except for whenever I'd have to leave for a little while, you know, go someplace for 8 months and then come back because I missed them so bad. But other than that, we've always lived within driving distance from each other, you know, in the same city. And, but, you know, just to be able to, I'm going to go out and see Brian and Jen for a little while and just go, and you're 5 minutes away, go see the grandson, go play. It's a whole new world for me. I love it. The ringing isn't tinnitus. Wow, have the ringing LL, but it isn't tinnitus. That's interesting. I'm so sorry, Colette said I cannot log onto the computer. It's going to go through the window. I know that feeling. I was getting there with this OBS trying to get the restream working again. That was so frustrating for me that I could not get, you know, because it frustrates me. It's not something I'm really, really big on, but the guides are, man, and they were like in my head going, you have to get this going. You've got to get this going again. And so I gave myself, because it's been out for a while. It jacked up back in September, I think, or maybe the early part of October, probably the early part of October. And I just felt like, you know what, we're moving. I don't want to do anything with this OBS studio. I don't want to do anything with Restream right now. I'm just going to put my phone in here and do Facebook and feel good. And I did, and I felt pretty good about it. But the guides are telling me really strongly, not enough, not enough, not enough. So what I have to do is really become a nerd on the computer once again, where my nose is in it for 6 hours a day, and I'm working on social media, on Twitch, on Periscope, on YouTube, start breaking down some videos. Do you know that I am almost able to monetize, except that you have to have so many 3-minute like commercials or something like that that you can put out on Facebook that people kind of watch. You know, like the Bat Dad thing. That's how you monetize on Facebook. It's not your video content. It's not how many times a day you come on and go live. It's none of that. You have to have 1,000 followers to begin with, and then you have to have so many likes on 3-minute segment videos that you just post up. And then you have to have so many followers to those little 3-minute segments. It's really weird, and it's very much an around the block way. But the guides are so strong telling me that, sorry about that. You know what? It's probably the OBS platform. It's probably the Restream. Because Melissa's saying, I don't know what it is, but Facebook, but you keep hesitating and freezing up, and Colette just got kicked off, so I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Hang in there with me. It'll get better. Anyway, the guides are just really picking on me to get this done and stay with it. And so that's what I have to do. And they're also very strong in my head to create my own Oracle deck. And not my own Oracle deck, their Oracle deck. They want me to create an Oracle deck that just reflects their thoughts, I guess. I'm not sure. But I put that aside for a while because of moving and having other things on my mind. I just didn't want to concentrate on that. But they're making me concentrate on it. So I'm glad you're back, Colette. Well, crap. Sound is solid. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, yesterday I didn't have my camera on. And yesterday I wasn't multi-streaming. So, and I didn't test it last night. I should have, and I wanted to, but God, it was like, forget about it. I got to a certain point in my evening and I just laid down on the couch and said, I'm done. Can't do any more today. I still am, I don't know why. You know, I sometimes I do things subconsciously and I don't understand what it is that I'm doing or why I'm even doing it. Pardon me. I know we all do that. I really do. And then when I recognize it, though, I want to figure it out. I want to know why. Why is my brain reacting like that? Why is my body reacting like that? So I have this entire house finally unpacked, finally put together, except the bathroom. And I just cannot seem to bring myself to do anything in the bathroom. I don't know why. I don't know if it's that I don't like it. What's not to like? There's a bathtub, a sink, and a toilet. There's also a deep freeze in there. Hopefully it'll be going away soon. And then there's a little cube cabinet. But I don't understand why I can have everything else completely done. In that room, I stay away from it. I don't even go in there unless I have to. And then I look at it and I think, crap, I still got to do this room. And then I leave that room and I close the door. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if it's this part of me saying, but you don't want to unpack everything, do you? Or is it the part of me that says, my God, you got a lot of crap that goes in the bathroom and you don't have any place to put it. Sometimes that's the problem. If you don't have any place and you can't envision what you're going to do with all of this stuff, it's hard. I couldn't get motivated to start working on this room here until I was able to put the shelves up. And once I got the shelves up, I had a way to get things organized, and then I could get it under control. But until I had a way to get it organized, it wasn't going to go anywhere. Card number 2 from Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. Ooh, we got 2. I gotta ask about that. Sometimes it's my big fat thumbs. Sometimes it is Spirit saying you get both of these this time. Am I supposed to read this card English? Yes. What about this one? Yeah, see, and they both flow together, so that's where we're going to read them. As far as I know. As far as I know, they flow together. Could be kind of bumpy, though. Dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday moment-to-moment experience, thinking that you will find happiness out there somewhere? So many people go chasing a magical it out there, but it never could be found there. So we want to share a secret with you that should not be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy, and every time you wake up, and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside of you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, lighting it in your heart so that you can share it with others. You must know this so that when the time comes, you will finally be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. I love that. Look within and be joyful, even for tears and for loss, for they mean that you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute. We love you like crazy over here. I love these cards. Since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, right? A good solid foundation and yet flexibility too in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see that this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure that your hard work is being well supported. Do this, and know that you are building your life on perfect and solid foundations that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come your way. We're so happy for you and intrigued by what it is that you are building. Postcards from Spirit. Man, that's nice. That's nice. So I've been working hard on the topic of conversation today on the Esoteric Cauldron Cafe. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell you or not, but why not? Why not? If I'm not supposed to tell you, Kim will come on and she'll say, "Shh, be quiet, that's a secret." I'll say, "Okay, I'm sorry, I won't tell nobody anymore." So, the topic of conversation today, and it's appropriate timing for this as well, because we are beginning to slip towards Yule. And this is the Wheel of the Year that we'll be talking about. And I've been looking on YouTube, I've been looking on Google, just looking everywhere on the internet for really good, solid information, stuff that is easy to understand, because for me, it's not always been easy to understand. Good morning, Joe. Good morning to you, love. But, like I said yesterday, whenever I drew out my Wheel of the Year, I absolutely gained so much understanding of the meaning and everything. I understood everything about it. I had a word to put with it now, word to put with the intuitive understanding that I've always had, but not been able to express because I didn't have the words to do it. And so now I do. Feel pretty good about that. Yeah. We were talking about Alexander earlier, my grandson, your grandchildren too. Something that I noticed yesterday, that it didn't seem odd, but I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that, because I remember the same look in my kid's eyes, because he's just a young guy. And right now, his brain is this wide open sponge. And so, do you ever wonder where kids get their knowledge from? Where do they get their knowledge from? Is their brains like a wide open flower, and angels and spirit and love and light just pours in and gives them like constant downloads? Because I swear I was watching him play, and he stopped for a second, and you can tell when children are pondering things. You can tell when anybody's pondering, because they get very focused. Their face is very focused. They're concerned, they're looking for the answer, and you can see it. That's what I saw in him yesterday. And it was so intriguing, because I'm just sitting there, he's playing along, and then all of a sudden he gets very serious and very quiet, and he's kind of looking over to the side like he's listening to what's going on. He's developing the information going on in his mind. He's putting it together in his form of understanding, assimilating it. And I knew when he did. I knew whenever he got whatever it was he was seeking in here, because he just kind of, all right, all right. And then started doing what he was doing again. But it was a good 15 or 20 seconds that he sat there thoughtfully. And so, I know that that is nothing special. It's just that when you haven't been around, like myself, my kids are all way adult. Most of my grandchildren are older. Alexander's my youngest grandson, and I don't expect to have any more after him. It's just the way it is. I don't expect any more grandchildren. Great-grandchildren will be coming in a few years, and that's fine. Ready for those, I'd love to be a great-grandmother. But to be present, because my oldest are 12, 14, and 15. My middle group is 5 and 7. And then Alexander down here, he's 2. And so I've got 3 different stages of life that I can peek in on and watch them grow and live and discover things through their eyes again. Looking at the world through a child's eyes is, if you can do it, if you have not only the opportunity, because I think opportunity is all around you, it's whether you want to, whether you choose to, and being present in the moment to look at the world through child's eyes is miraculous. It really is, because things are brand new to them. Everything is brand new. Do you remember the very first time you ever saw the mountains or the ocean? Do you remember the first time that you put your foot in the sea and felt the waves crashing over your ankles? Those are the moments that you're looking at the world with awe and wonder and beauty and just this new. And everything bombards you, the smells, the sights, the sounds, the feeling in the air, the hustle and bustle of people around you. You get an overload, but it's a good overload. It's like a blanket. Right, Melissa? Right? And I remember watching our kids. Melissa said she loves watching her granddaughter make those connections and problem solving, and that they are such a blessing. And that's so true. They are such a blessing. But, and I remember when my kids would do that too, but being able to see it again and witness it again every time it's brand new from a child's eyes, it's really a miracle. It's a miracle for yourself to behold. So try to be present in those moments, Try to be present when you need to reconnect. Close your eyes and take those deep breaths, those conscious breaths. Breathe in deep and blow out all of the stressful air. Just let it all go. Just breathe it. Collapse your gut. Still breathing. Still pushing it out. Then take that deep breath again and just wash those lungs with fresh air. Let that out. Take another breath. And then open your eyes. Maybe ask Spirit, show me something new. Or let me see a miracle today. When I ask Spirit for a miracle, I'm not asking for, I got this bill to pay. It's due tomorrow, and it's going to take a miracle before I can get this done. I don't look at those kind of miracles. I ask them to show me a miracle, bring me a miracle. A blue butterfly on a picnic table on Valentine's Day. It's not something that you see every day. And so in my mind's eye, that was my miracle that day. That was my connection with Spirit. Anything. You're lonely and you ask for a friend, and the next thing you know, you got a little puppy barking at your door. Freaking open that door and let that puppy in, because you just were answered. You were gifted with a miracle. So don't close the doors. Don't close your mind, especially when it comes to receiving and holding miracles in your hand. They don't have to be the big grand miracles. It doesn't have to be the miracle of life, Lion King presenting the new life. Doesn't have to be that big. It can be anything. But I guarantee that you will recognize them because they come in forms that are familiar to you. If you love dragonflies and you're asking for a miracle, and the dragonfly buzzes by, okay, miracle's on its way. If you're a bird person, if you're looking at the hawks, if you're looking at the falcons and the eagles, look for them. If an albatross flies by or a crane, something that's out of place. What was it that I saw at the lake? It was pelicans. Pelicans, white pelicans, really? In Missouri? What? I had no idea that we were on their migration route. It was really interesting. And so, but since it was unusual, since it was really out of the ordinary, and to me, that was a gift. I had to look up pelican energy. I wanted to know what it was. And the message of the pelican energy fit my situation perfectly. So if you are able to find those miracles every day, then look up the meaning behind them. What's the metaphysical meaning of a pelican? What does dragonfly mean? What is dog energy? What does that mean? Ask. What is the ash tree? What is, the little helicopters that fly out of the trees every day or every fall? What are those? What's the significance of that? Because as you wander and as you open your eyes and you're more receptive to signs and wonders and miracles, you'll see signs and wonders and miracles every day. Spirit talks to us all the time and talks to us in the form of the things that we're familiar with, but also special things like the pelicans. There were hundreds of pelicans there, hundreds of them. It just amazed me, and still to this day. I don't remember exactly what the energy meaning was, but I know that it was very pertinent to me. So yeah, be open to those kind of miracles, especially when you're asking to see one. You want proof of heaven? Ask for it, and you'll receive it. But the ways that you get it will surprise you. And your goals and dreams are going along this path, and you're on the right path, but Spirit's going to throw in things here and there that make your goals and dreams that much better, that much bigger. Expand them. Open your eyes. Open your mind. Receive. Open your heart. Be joy. Do joy. That's how we do it. That's how we make it every day. That's how we become grandparents and watch those little miracles and watch those downloads happen and watch the understanding occur and the connections. See you later, you two. You too. What? I heard that. Hilarious. And I love it when children who are learning to talk, they have their own language, and they know exactly what they're talking about, and you're the dumbass who's not getting it. The frustration that comes over their face is funny. It's funny. I feel like pulling one more card, and then I am going to get off of here because I have things to put together for the show today. It is the kickoff. It is our inaugural podcast of the Esoteric Cauldron Cafe. I was going to use my regular background, my chakra symbols, and when I got the camera all set up and I got the microphone going, I realized that I'm facing that direction and the computer faces that direction, so I would not have been able to see any of your posts, of your messages at all, unless I was continuing to do that. I can't do that. So I had to set my chair up so that I'm facing the camera and facing the computer. That's why you got Turtle Shell behind me today. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shells. No, not really. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I haven't thought about those forever and ever. My nephew came over yesterday to give me a hand with setting up my studio, my computer, and he was just telling me stories, and we were just laughing, and one of the stories involved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sorry. I'm going to pull one more card because I think I need to. And then I'm going to get off of here. And I'm going to clean my house a little bit, jump back on the computer, and try not to get overload this day. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws. And when we view the creations of spirit in total awe, all is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have specific standards for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So, forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait for a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, live life with all of its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter. For there's always something to discover, experience, and love. And when you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. From Spirit. Good words today. Good words. Oh, I wish you all love today. I wish you peace. I wish you warmth. I wish you cool. Oh. And I wish for you everything that is good and more. I wish you more. Go and have a beautiful day. Enjoy it. It's going to be a beautiful day in Kansas City. Today it's going to be almost 60 degrees. And then tomorrow the curtain's going to close and the chill's going to come in and it's going to drop a good 20. I think the high tomorrow is going to be in the 40s. Oh, well. Enjoy today while you can. Those were good cards, Melissa. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Nicole. Good morning. And always welcome. I wish you love, guys. I wish you peace. Have a beautiful day. Man, I got to get my cursor all the way over here. Have a beautiful day. Peace to you.